Hi, so this is my Empowering Classroom project. When first walking into my classroom, this is what it would look like from the outside. So I did a little motivational sign. I did our class chant that we would say in the hallway to get everyone organized and prepared to walk in the hallway together. And then a little make your mark whiteboard outside that my students could write like a positive quote. They could sign their name to make them feel a part of the classroom. Next, this is our layout of the whole classroom. So to start off, there's the Welcoming Center, which has our smart board, a carpet, and the students' desks, as well as my desk. And I feel like this would probably be like the main focus of the classroom where we are for majority of the time compared to the other spots. Next, over here is the calm corner. There's yoga mats for the students to relax and take a break. Over here, we have the reading corner, the bookshelf, some bean bags, a carpet, flexible seating for them. And then over here, there is the mental and physical health check-in. Then we continue and there's the writing center, there's a table, flexible seating, and stools around the table as well. So I could work one-on-one or in groups with them. Next, we have the fun stuff, which is the art supplies, toys, board games, fidgets, different things that they could play with during free time, snack and recess. Next, we have the math center, which I did flexible seating as well with the bean bags and easel for me to write on for them. They could write on too. The STEAM corner, which has a lab desk for science projects and experiments, and then some shelves for organization. So this would be the main layout of my classroom. I tried to make it flexible, organized as possible. So this is the Welcome Center. First, you see the smart board right in the middle. We have our students' daily objectives, so they know what to expect every day. Below that, we have my desk and a little fridge, a mini fridge that I could put my lunch in, food if we're doing like experiments for foods, projects with foods, if my students want to put their snack or lunch in there, if there is, I always want to have like healthy extra foods for my students to try, expand their palate at a young age. And also if they can't bring in lunch or snack, they forget it, they can't afford it, their parents didn't remember, just to have for them. I don't want any student to ever be overly hungry during my class. On the top, you see the so over here we have a little cute quote, we have some storage, then we have some flexible seating again as well. We have our carpet, and then these are just motivational things we're going to say every day to make the students realize how capable, loved, and important that they are. So this would be decor for my welcome area. I talked mostly about this stuff, but I would like to include some like fun like LED lights, hanging lights as well. Sometimes we could like dim the lights a little bit and have these lights on instead. I know students don't always love like the bright lights. Supplies for my desk, so a laminator, digital timer. I wanted to include this little mailbox so that sometimes students get a little nervous saying stuff to your face. They don't want to tell you if it's personal, embarrassing, so they could just put a little note in my mailbox and I'll read it and then I'll get back to them. A stapler, post-it notes, tape, 3-hole puncher, paper cutter, a Cricut, and the mini fridge that I discussed before. So I'm really important for me to have my space organized. I want my students to be organized, everything to be neat and clean. So some magnetic hooks and clips, command hooks and strips, file drawers, cubbies to keep everything organized and together. And then this is the welcome area. The goal of the decor in my classroom is to make the classroom environment feel welcoming, calming, and fun. I chose for the decorations in this area to be bright and colorful because colors foster a welcoming environment. Above our smart board, I included affirmations that we will say as a class together every day to remind every student how worthy they are and to start each day off on a great note. Positive affirmations have been proven to be very beneficial towards children's education. They help kids to gain confidence confidence contributes to a growth mindset and helps students to truly believe in themselves. For that reason, I displayed them directly above our smartboard so students view them repeatedly throughout the day. My desk is in front of the classroom, so I have a view of all the students as they are working. I also included a carpet in the front of the smartboard for students to have the option to sit on when watching videos on or learning with the smartboard so they could have a better view. I also included magnet hooks, command strips, cubbies, drawers, and folder shelves to keep the classroom neat and organized. This way, it'll be easy to find all my students' work and assignments. Lastly, I included a mini fridge behind my desk. Here I will store my own food that will be used in class activities, my students' lunches, snacks if they wish, and also spare healthier snacks such as fruits, veggies, and cheese sticks for students who don't have snack or lunch. Encouraging students to try healthier, wholesome foods to expand their palate is an important challenge I'm willing to take. Next, you could see my reading corner. I tried to really pick out a bunch of diverse books for my students. I also included Three Little Kittens, which was my favorite book when I was a kid. I did some flexible seating as well. We have the book of the week, which will change every week, and our literacy and reading topics will focus on that for the week, and then a fun, colorful carpet. Next, we have the calm corner with some calming strategies, plants, a carpet, fluffy beanbag, which is really welcoming and inviting, and then a yoga block and mat. I'd also love to be playing some like calm, relaxing music here. So this would be seating for the reading and calm corner, flexible seating, bean bags, tiny couches, cushions, and yoga balls. The calm corner, I'd like to include plants, yoga mats, carpet, and Alexa to play some music. Calm signs, yoga blocks, and journals for them to write how they're feeling currently. So the reading corner. In the reading corner, I included a bookshelf of diverse books. A book of the week is displayed on the easel. Each week, I will select a different book from our library that we will read as a class and focus on in our literary and writing lessons throughout that week. I also included flexible seating to meet the different needs of all students and keep them comfortable in the classroom. Flexible classrooms give students a choice in what kind of learning space works best for them and helps them work collaboratively, communicate, and engage in critical thinking. From a study done on the effects of flexible seating, it was concluded that students in the improved their express to be happier and more engaged in learning. It promotes decision making and encourages conversations with new peers. It is recognized that reading is one of the most important parts of children's learning and development. Having a dedicated and comfortable reading area can influence students to read and encourage them to spend more time reading in a cozy corner. For this reason, I tried to make my reading corner as inviting and comfortable as possible. Then we have the calm corner on the other side of the room. So the sole and purpose of a calm corner is being a safe space for a child to go to when their emotions are running too high and they need to regain their emotional and physical control. I included a calm corner as a space for my children to resort to when they are stressed, need a second to themselves. They do not need to ask permission to take a break from what they're doing to go to the calm corner. The calm corner is not a timeout or a punishment. Our calm corner consists of yoga mats, large fluffy beanbag, plants, soft music, journals to log how they're feeling, and posters that explain calming strategies. This is something that I wish to see in my classrooms when I was a student. For that reason, I would love to have it in my classroom as a teacher. Now we have the mental health check-in and the writing center. So under the mental health check-in, it's mental and physical health. So right here is the mental health check-in sign where they could check in their mental health every day. I included some snacks, hygiene for their physical health, journal, extra school supplies. Here's a little storage, and then the writing center where they could work one-on-one or in groups with myself. Mental and physical health check-in supplies include snacks, stress balls, toiletries, icebreaker foam disc, extra deodorant, toothbrushes, tampons, pads, soap, toothpaste, and mouthwash for my students. Then the writing center supplies consists of expo markers, whiteboards, bean-shaped tables, pencil grips, pencils, colorful clipboards, scented markers, and buzzer buttons. So we have the physical and mental health station. The health station consists of supplies to benefit both my students' physical and mental health. For their physical health, I included stress relieving toys, fidget toys, and a mental health check in chart. When coming into class in the morning, they will log their mental health for that day. This will be private between myself and that student for their classmates not to be involved. Through this, I will be able to see how they are doing. If they log that they are in a bad place, I can give them the proper assistance and help they may need. I also would cut them a break from the day because with my own experience, I'm aware of how challenging focusing and learning can be when you are struggling internally. Students' health always comes first. For their physical health, I included extra snacks for students who may struggle to be provided with enough food in their household. In this article, Food is the Most Important School Supply, it discusses how students and teachers commonly overlook the importance of making sure all your students are being fed both in and out of school. If students are starving throughout the school day, it will be detrimental to their education. Focusing to learn on an empty stomach is very challenging. These students are most likely very more focused on where they will find their next meal. I never want one of my students' education to be negatively affected due to their lack of food. I also included hygiene cubby that, oops, I can't see, sorry. Well, sorry. Well, what's going on? Um, there we go. Sorry about this. Okay. I also included a hygiene copy that includes, I can't see. Oh my goodness, it's happening again. Okay, the hygiene cubby that includes deodorant, pads, tampons, hand sanitizer, bars of soap, floss, and more. I also included extra school supplies for students who cannot afford to purchase them. I want to ensure that all my students are fully prepared for class as well as life every day. Writing Center. The Writing Center is the central place where children can access materials to write and engage with written language. In my writing center, I included a bean-shaped table with 4 chairs for students to sit at and work with me in groups. I tried to make the space as comfortable, calm, and organized as possible. Each student would have their own writing folder to make a portfolio of all their writing work throughout the year. The writing center would be full of notebooks, paper, pencils, markers, iPads, whiteboards, and other resources that could be used to support my students' writing. I would also provide students with grip pencils as they help the students to correctly hold a pencil during writing. I would also include technology and iPads in the writing center to allow my students to complete select writing assignments on them. Here we will also practice how to correctly type. Next, you'll see my math center. I included a word wall with terms that we'll use mainly throughout the year, some flexible seating again. And then on the shelves, there's some tools that we'll use, some books, scale, blocks, thermometer. The math corner would include the bouncy ball seat, Hershey's chocolate multiplication book, times tables, the Funway book, blocks, balance, thermometer, ruler, multiplication chart, vocabulary term wall, pencils, and erasers. And I especially like this eraser that said 4 big mistakes. I thought that was cute for my students, and I think they would think that's funny too. So the Math Center. Math centers allow students to practice hands-on learning and learn skills that they will use in their everyday lives. I tried to include a lot of hands-on learning materials and manipulatives in my classroom, whether using traditional activities such as counting with beans or coins or more sophisticated manipulatives. Hands-on learning helps students to more readily understand concepts and boost their self-confidence. I personally always struggled with math, but the one thing that really helped me to better understand it was the use of hands-on materials and learning visually. It is proven that most students, like myself, are better able to visualize concepts and gain insights into necessary fundamentals when they use rods, cubes, and other tools. I also included my 2 favorite math books that I use in elementary school, which were Timetables, the Funway book, and the Hershey Chocolate Multiplication book. These books greatly helped me when learning multiplication, and to this day, I still remember the lessons my teacher taught using these books. It made learning multiplication, what I considered boring and frustrating topic, a lot of more fun and also more entertaining. Other resources that I included was a thermometer, a scale, ball chairs, blocks, and posters. I included pencils and erasers because I was taught always to use a pencil when doing math opposed to a pen because it is easier to fix your mistakes. In my classroom, I will never put down students making mistakes as long as they work to learn from them. I don't want students to be intimidated by or embarrassed of making mistakes because mistakes help you grow. I included the 4 big mistakes eraser because I feel that it makes making mistakes funny and lighthearted opposed to scary. Next, we have the STEAM Center table to do science projects and experiments, the elements of a student's success, some safety goggles, gloves, and then a few experiments such as slime or growing a tomato plant that we might do in the classroom. So art supplies for the STEAM Center would be construction paper, a class set of scissors, washable watercolor paint, crayons, colored pencils, a class set of glue sticks, a hot glue gun, which mainly the teacher myself would use, and highlighters. I also included safety supplies for STEM Center, which are eye goggles, gloves, and smock. The STEM Center. STEM stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, Arts, and Mathematics, which are all very important subjects in children's education. STEM is important because it helps children incorporate multiple disciplines at the same time and promote learning experiences that allow children to explore, question, research, discover, and exercise innovative building skills. In the STEM Center, I included a lot of arts and craft supplies to allow the students to get creative in their assignments. Young children need to explore, create, and innovate. They want to learn basic knowledge and gain understanding of how the world works, and STEAM encourages them to do so. In this center, I also made sure to include safety supplies. I would say that the safety supplies are the most important tools added to this center. When completing science experiments, it is crucial to make sure all students are wearing goggles and gloves, and also that they are educated on safety procedures. Student safety always comes first. So lastly, there's a little fun stuff shelf where included that would have that students would be able to use throughout the day during recess, a break, snack, free time. So the fun stuff, I did sensory toys, a karaoke microphone, a basketball hoop, some fun stickers, encouraging stamps, stress relief toys, an air horn, a prize box, and a punching bag. So the shelves and cubbies full of fun stuff is for snack, recess, and when students have free play. Physical fun such as free play during recess helps develop children's motor skills, prevent childhood obesity, and build emotional intelligence. I believe it is very important to incorporate times for breaks and fun throughout the school day to give the students a rest to recharge, be creative, and interact with their peers. If students know that they are having a break coming up, it will most likely help them to work hard until the break comes. Students will also should enjoy school. Although education is very important, I still want my classroom to be a fun, safe space where students look forward to coming to every day. In the cubbies of fun stuff, I included fidget toys, stickers, stamps, prizes, a microphone for karaoke, a punching bag, a mini basketball hoop, board games, and more. I included a prize box to use as a motivational tool. Research has proven that it is very beneficial to have a prize box in the classroom. When students see something in the prize box that they want, students may instantly decide to do whatever it takes to be rewarded with that item. This can be helpful for those students who are not necessarily motivated to earn good grades. My ultimate goal as a teacher is to motivate my students to challenge themselves to do their best in a fun and effective manner. So lastly, I have my reflection. Overall, I really enjoyed completing my Empowering Classroom project as it made the idea of one day having my own classroom with students feel even more real. I'm so beyond excited for this day. This assignment showed me how much supplies teachers have to purchase on their own. Although a good amount of the supplies that I included in this project are not completely necessary, considering we had on an unlimited budget, I do believe my class would greatly benefit from all of them. With new trends and technology advancing, there are always new ways and resources teachers can use in their classrooms. Some of the ideas I included in my Empowering Classroom were things I've seen in my past I've seen my past teachers have in their classrooms or seen in classrooms that I've observed. Other ideas were brought to my attention through teachers I follow on TikTok, Instagram, and Pinterest. The remaining of the ideas I created were things I wish I had in my classroom when I was in elementary school. Aspects like the Calm Corner or the daily affirmations in the Welcome Center are something I wish I had access to, and for that reason, I want to provide it for my future students. This project gave me a great idea of things to look out for in stores, garage sales, and thrift shops to slowly buy to start to collect for my future classroom. Teachers should have the unlimited budget that we are provided in this assignment. And then we just have my citations from all the websites I used to find information for this project. I hope you enjoy listening to my Empowering Classroom. Thank you.